Hi there folks, welcome to Dunsy's Guitar World. Welcome to the Washburn Stevie Salas signature model. Now the model number is an MG722 made in Korea. This is actually the cheaper version of the MG130 made in the USA, which has a set neck. A wee bit more expensive than this one. I believe that has proper Seymour Duncan pickups. This one has Duncan designed ones, but they sound very good, but more on that later. And you've just heard them in the intro slot. So Stevie Salas, what a guitar player Stevie Salas is. Born in America, California in 1964, just a wee bit older than me. But what a guitar player. I first saw him in 1990 when he was touring with the Stevie Salas colour code. Now when did I see him? I saw him on, I'll check my show notes. I saw him on the 13th of October 1990 at the venue in Edinburgh, a small venue as it happens. He was supporting 24/7 Spies and he was incredible. Now prior to that, the reason I went to the gig was I had seen him on this thing called the Power Hour, which was like an early morning TV show, music and stuff like that, and they were doing the video for The Harder They Come. Listen to the guitar playing and the crazy sounds on this. What a guitar player, brilliant live. He also toured as a guitar player in Rod Stewart's band. And as a guitar player and musical director for none other than Mick Jagger.
You're sitting at the house with him and you're listening to a song and he starts rocking. I mean, he's Mick Jagger all the time.
And he was also involved in the American Idol show as well. So yes, a man who's been involved in many projects, a great guitar player, and some crazy sounds. So back to the guitar. So yes, it has like a full-size humbucker here and two rails. Humbuckers like single coil size. Here, I believe the top, according to what I've read online, is a sycamore top. Could be a mahogany body, I'm not entirely sure, but it's comfy. I believe this was made 95 or 96, I think it was. Not 100% sure on Washburn serial numbers. Now, I've only seen one advert with Stevie with one of these guitars. I couldn't find any live footage of him using one of these live. I mean, he's used a whole plethora of guitars. Here's a quick look at some of the guitars. Now, thank you to Stevie. I took these from his website, so if you see this, like, I do apologise, Stevie, but we'll put a link down below to the website. So he's used a whole plethora of guitars, like the Ovation Breadwinner and stuff like that, and like Hamers and things as well, and Yamahas and stuff. But I could only find one photograph, and it was like an advert with this one. It has a Floyd Rose style tremolo on, I think it's a Washburn 600S tremolo. Now, it has been some time since I owned a guitar with a locking tremolo like this, so I was well out of my depth. I didn't know the mechanics behind it. I watched a tutorial and I didn't follow it. So here's what happened when I went to change strings. So here's a first look at the guitar. So yes, a Floyd Rose. I'm just thinking the last guitar. In fact, I've maybe only owned one guitar ever, which had a Floyd Rose. It was a Charvel Model 4 way back in the 80s. I'll try and find a photograph and post it now. Yeah, Floyd Rose, so Duncan designed. Said big frets. Anyway, the first thing, a locking nut. Now this appears to be a 3mm thread, like that. That seemed easy enough. Get them in the right order. Whammy bar. So right, let's loosen the strings and then take it from the rear end. As they say, my apologies to YouTube for this kind of terminology. I've made a real mistake here. In the tutorial video, I completely forgot to take the back plate off and put it underneath this Trem, because now it's completely decked against there. Oh no. Anyway, let's get the strings out. So what I've had to do is I've had to loosen the springs in the back there just to get this kind of sitting right. This was a nightmare to fit the Allen wrench in under there. 3mm Allen wrench under there. But all's well that ends well. I have the strings out. I forgot you cut the ends of these strings off. What a palaver. Right, so I don't know what to do now. Let's have a look in the cavity in the back, mainly because the control cavity cover is sitting there. So let's have a look at all the electrics inside. So here we are inside the control cavity. Very neat. A lot of wires there, eh? Coil splitting. I'm not really sure what all the pickups do, but I think there's coil splitting and perhaps phasing as well, don't know. That's only taken me about an hour to change the strings and clean this guitar up. So what have I learned? Well, I've learned, not having had a Floyd Rose Trem for, you know, over 30 years, 35 years or something, you soon get out of the way of working out exactly what to do. I made a real series of errors on this one, but we got there in the end. I mean, he seems to be in tune, and the most important thing when you're working on one of these guitars is a pretty boy Floyd Rose t-shirt, and that's what you need. So let's have a look at the measurements, the specs of this guitar, neck size, profile and all that sort of thing, and then we'll go and plug it in and we'll see how it sounds. I got there in the end, you know, but it did take a while. So here's a quick clip with some of the clean sounds. I mean, it's like a 5-position switch, so there's a ton of sounds and a ton of different measurements on the pickups. I'm not really sure what positions, like, it seems to be like a coil split or a coil tap and stuff like that. But here's a look at the measurements of the pickups and what position it's in, so you can see. But certainly when it's on position 1, the humbucker's on full. It's quite a high output pickup. I believe, again, just what I've read, believe it's meant to replicate the JB, which was in Stevie's proper sort of American custom shop guitar. Sounds great though. So here's some clean sounds. A ton of different sounds are available. So what do you think of it? Well, I have to say, this is not my usual kind of guitar. I mean, I'm not a locking Trem type of guy. I mean, the neck is quite slim compared to like Les Pauls I usually use, but I'm loving playing this, I've got to say. The one thing I need to be careful with, and you probably already noticed this in the video, is I keep playing with my wang bar, if you know what I mean. It's difficult to let it go.
Matron, please.
At times, yeah, so I need to get out of the habit of every time, you know, just hitting a harmonic and going like that, and then doing, you know, dive bombs to get the rattling off the fretboard. But it's been great fun using this, I've got to say. The frets are really big. It's a great playing guitar. Not something I'm used to, like I said, but yes, it plays really well and it sounds fantastic. It's a made in Korea model, so I don't know what the made in the US one was like, but this is good enough for me, I can assure you of that. So there it is, the Washburn Stevie Salas signature model, the Washburn Mercury MG722, made in Korea from, I think, 95 or 1996. Great, pleased with this one. So the final part of the video, again, I'm playing my wang bar in this, so, you know, look away if that sort of thing disturbs you. There's two very important things here. One, Stevie Salas is a brilliant guitar player, and two, I can't play like Stevie Salas, so I'm not trying to pretend to be Stevie Salas, but I just put some sounds together, some clean sort of sounds, and like I say, above overdrive and above this. Great guitar. I do hope you've enjoyed the video, folks. It's been fun doing this, and I must say, this is me just shooting the final bit today. I've already spent about 20 hours in this video. It's well worth it. You know, it's a privilege and a pleasure bringing you content on Dunsy's guitar rolls. If you enjoyed the video, I would appreciate if you can just put a quick click thumb and maybe consider subscribing. If this sort of rubbish, you know, an old Scottish guy havering away, as we say in Scotland, havering away in his room, talking about guitars and rock music and heavy metal, if that's the sort of thing, you should subscribe. Cheers for now.